Hey guys, this is Artisan Loom here. I'm going to attempt to show you this tutorial by my good friend LoomyPippy. It's called The Heart of Camelot. And I just love the colors that she chose in here. I always like gold and silver together. A lot of people think it doesn't match, but I think it looks, the colors are fabulous in it. So I'm going to attempt to do this, but in different colors. And so yeah. So for this one is a 6-pin bar setup, which is nice. A nice change every now and again to do some smaller ones. So it won't take as long. This is a 6-pin bar wide. Your first and your last are at the same height. Then you're going to go up one on each side and then down on each side to the center. Center one's at the same height. Up one, down one to the end. It's going to be 2 full loom lengths long. I do believe we are going to the very end. I will find out for sure as we continue on in this tutorial. She has picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she's picked 5 or 6 colors for this. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna just try a color combo I haven't used before. It's pretty simple: blue, black, silver, white. And we'll go from there. So go ahead and get your loom set up, pick out your bands, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this one I'm going to use, the border is going to be a black pearl, so it has white on the inside, black on the outside. And I've beaded some bands, nice little silver beads with on the black pearl. So we're going to do every other one. So we're going to go out to the right, and instead of coming back down to this one, we're just going to take it up, over I mean. And we're going to take this one out to the left, one more diagonal, just like so. And then we are going to take it to the top. I guess what I'll do, let's see. Okay, you know what? I think what we're going to do, I'm just going to do it. We're going to do a plain band first, and then I'm going to take my beaded band, and we're going to do that next. And we're just going to do a plain band, beaded band, plain band, beaded band all the way up. Okay, every other one. Okay, on both sides. Trying to keep it so it's not so twisted. These 300 count bands twist a lot, but you know what? I prefer them over the 600 count because those are so thin, they twist so much, and you can't get them untwisted. So we're going to do a plain band first, then we shall do a beaded band, plain band, and beaded band. Okay, so do this all the way till you get to the top, and I'll show you where we're going to stop it. Okay, so you're going to take this all the way up to right here. So on the second peg from the top, second to the last peg, you're going to stop here, and then you're going to go into the center twice, and that's where you're going to end. So you'll take it up here, stop here, and go in twice, and don't put a band there. Okay, so go ahead and finish your border. Okay, so I'm going to use white LE, I guess. These were in the Yin Yang. I say Yingling like it's a bath product. That just shows you where my mind is at taking a bath. Okay, this is from the Yin Yang collection, the black and white bands. So I'm going to use these. I think that the LE bands for a pattern just look the best, or the 300 count. I don't recommend the opaques or the 600 count bands as they get really stretched out. Okay, so on the third peg, pin bar from the left, we're going to go up go out diagonally, straight up, and diagonally to the right, okay? Wow, did you hear that? That is some rage going on. Okay, so sorry about that. I have some psycho kids going nuts. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the left. We're going to go straight up and back in. And now we're going to keep doing this the entire way up the loom. Back to the left, straight up, and diagonal. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for the left side. And I'll go ahead and finish that all the way to the top. And this is how we're going to do the right side. We're just going to continue over here. We're going to go to the third peg, I do believe. And let's see here. Why am I just a little confused? Hold on just a second. It shouldn't be. I think we're doing the exact same thing. So you know what? I'm not even going to look because it can't be anything different. So this is the pattern you're going to follow. Okay. And you're going to do this all the way to the end. So it's like the mirror image from the left side. So I'm going to go off camera. And look what I did. Really? Okay. We're going to go straight with this one. Diagonal to the center. Diagonal out to the right. Straight up. And then like so. Okay? And we're going to do both sides all the way to the very end. Okay, so this is what your loom should look like. Just like so all the way to the very end. Okay, so now I am going to take my medieval black with that hint of silver, well, a lot of silver, and we are just going to do zigzags. So we're going to start off on the second peg on the first pin bar. That would be my lovely dogs going nuts for some unknown reason. And all we're going to do is zigzags going up. Sorry, my hands are in the way. Okay, so you're just going to do this little number all the way up the loom. Okay, on this side, you're going to do the mirror image. So you're going to start right here. And you're going to go this direction to the very end of the loom. Okay, so I'm going to let you finish to the end. So I've got that part all the way down the loom. Excuse me. Now this is the part where you're going to need stretchy bands, so I suggest like one of the old silicone bands that has really good stretch to it. So I'm going to use these 600 count, even though I love the color of this. I just don't like 600 count bands, but I want to try the blue and see how much it stretches. It's awesome, but I'm not big on how thin it is. So anyhow, but you need this because you're going to do very long stretches, okay? So get a good quality stretchy band, 600 count or silicone or something. I probably wouldn't recommend the new silicone because they're not as stretchy as like the metallics or the glitter ones. That's just my opinion. Okay, so we are going to start. Let's see here. You know what? You know what I think I messed up on? I see. Why does it show a band going right there? I'm a little confused. It's showing that she's got another band going right here in that same metallic, or in that black that goes like that. I don't know why she would. I'm just trying to figure it out. Let me make for certain that's what we got going. Yeah, that's what she's got. So, okay, before we go to the next step, you know how we did the zigzags going up? Then you're going to come back and put one here and going to come back and put one here. That is the exact order that it shows on her. It shows this being on top and not underneath here. So not starting here. So I'm hoping that that's correct. If not, we can fix that. So we're going to go on to the really super stretchy bands, okay? And I'm going to move on to this. I think this is called Liberty Blue because it has a little flecks of glitter in it. And I'm going to start right here on this peg where we have this one. Okay, so it's the second pin bar, first peg, and we're going to stretch out to here. I do believe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, third pin. Okay. Second pin bar, first peg, and we're going to stretch it over to this third pin bar, third peg up. So we're going to go just like so. Okay? And then we're going to do a short stretch, which is going to go right there. And then we're going to do the long stretch again. Try to keep them in order so they're not as... I don't really think it matters. It never has. But for whatever reason, I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, and you're going to do that pattern all the way up. So you'll do another long one that connects here. And you'll do a short one that goes to there. Okay? And you're going to do that, and then over here you're going to start here on this fifth pin bar and go up to the center, the long stretch. And then you're going to do, let's see, you're going to do the short stretch. And then you're going to connect here and do the long stretch. If I can keep them in the right order, we will be good to go. You're going to do your short stretch, your long stretch connecting here, and then your short stretch. And you're going to do that little ditty all the way down to the end. Okay, so this next step we're going to do is these cuff stitches that are going up. So whatever you're wanting to do for a cuff stitch, that's what you're going to be working on next. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I beaded these up and I put 2 6/0 seed beads on a band, okay? And I'm just going to try to tie in the medieval black down going across here because I like to tie in the different colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. Sorry, I don't even have you on camera. And we're just going to do this all the way up the loom. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to do, should I do every one or every other? Should I do every one with the bead or every other? How about we do every other? So we'll do a beaded band, a plain band, a beaded band. Maybe that would look good. That way it'll tie in a little bit of the silver going across along with the blue. And then the plain. And I'm going to do alternate all the way up the loom. So I just alternated going up, and then what we wanted to do, I meant to tell you, is we want to put a band here. So we'll do a plain band, plain bead, and all the way up the loom. And this is where we want to stop. We want to stop right here with the plain band. Okay, we don't want to put a band there until we go to put our, turn it around and start looming. Okay. So now you need to pick another color, which I'm going to use black down the center because I want to tie in my border color. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start to do a single chain, and we're going to go, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to do a single chain, I believe, yeah, down the entire length of the loom. So single chain, very simple. I'm just going to push my bands down as I go. Do the same thing on this side. My bands are stuck like glue. So go ahead and finish your 2 single chains all the way down the center and push your bands down while you're at it, because when we go to loom it, it's going to get a little crazy. Okay, so finish that part. So we've done our single chain up, and now we're ready to turn the loom around. And we need to get our border color, and we need to do a double cap band, just like so, figure 8 on the hook, and then place it over. Okay, so you know how you would normally do the band that's on top, which would be the single chain? That's not how she's got it. What we're going to do is the cuff chain, starting on the second pin bar in the center. There's these bands that go straight across, the beaded bands. You're going to do a cuff stitch. So you're going to go up underneath these bands. We're not going to do anything with those just yet. So you're going to go in, and you're going to grab that band and bring it over to the right. Go back in, get the other half of that band, and bring it over to... I grabbed the wrong band. Can you believe that? Yes. Why wouldn't you? You got to make sure that you are getting the same band. I've done that before where the whole thing just falls apart. You got to go up underneath this. That's what threw me. I was grabbing this band. You need to go up underneath this band. So go through, get the other half of that medieval black, and then bring it over. See, that makes sense now. Okay, so the next one up, we're going to go through that single chain band, bring it to the right, go back through those 2 bands, and get the other side of the medieval black and bring it over. Okay, going to do that all the way up the loom. I'm going to grab the medieval black, go back through the next 2 bands, and grab the other half of that one and bring it over. Okay, so do the cuff stitch down the entire middle. So now that we're finished doing that part, what we're going to do is we're going to go in, you know, the single chain that we have going up either side here, we're going to just, instead of bringing them back to themselves all the way up, we're going to bring it from this pin bar over to here, and we're going to make like an X. And then grab it from here. Okay, so we'll go in through the cap band, and we'll go take it to the right. Go in through this one, take it to the left. Okay, you're going to go in through this one. Make sure you're grabbing the correct band and bringing it out to the right. Go back in and bring it to the left. Okay, go into here, grab this single chain, bring it out to the right, and then cross back over to make the X. Okay, one more time. Bring it to the right, bring it to the left, and you're going to do that. Make the X pattern, bringing it back from the left to the right to the left, the entire way down the line. So now we're working on the blue that we laid here. You know how we had the short band and then the long stretch? Okay, so it can be a little confusing. So let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, what she has here is the short band is going to, instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it up to the 3rd peg. Okay, so this one will go up to the 3rd peg. It's going to do the long stretch back to here. I do believe that's what we got going on here. So you're going to go in through this 4th pin bar, 2nd peg up, and grab this short stretch. Okay, instead of bringing it back to yourself, you're going to bring it up to here and to do a long stretch. Okay, that's what you're going to do with the short bands. Okay, and then when we come back here to get this long band here, we just bring it straight up. Okay, so short stretch does the long stretch, and the long stretch goes straight up. Hopefully that's not too terribly confusing. Okay, so now after we did that, we're going to go up here where this short stretch starts right here. Okay, we're going to go in through here. We're going to grab that band, and we're going to bring it diagonally doing the long stretch. Okay, so you'll go from, here's the short stretch, you're going to skip this one and bring it straight up. Okay, and now we have the long stretch right here. So you have to drop back down and grab this long stretch. Very important you don't miss one of the steps because it can get confusing. So make sure after you do the short stretch and bring it up here that you drop down one, and then that's where that other long stretch is. So when you go into here, you grab the long stretch and it goes straight up. Okay, so nothing's going back to itself. Okay, so the next one, we're ready for this short stretch. So we're going to go in through here, grab that short stretch, and we're going to do a long stretch. Then we got to drop back down to here to do this long stretch. So what you're going to do is grab that band and bring it straight up and down, or straight up. Duh. Okay, so short stretch, going through here, grab that band and stretch it up towards the upper right, drop back down to here, get the long stretch and bring it straight forward. Okay, one more. This is the short band. You're going to stretch it straight up, and then you're going to come back down here to grab that long stretch and bring it forward. Now don't forget to do any of the bands, so make sure as you're going, be really careful that you're getting them all and don't move too quick. Okay, so the same thing on this side. You're going to grab the short band, which is right here, and you're going to bring it up to the third peg on the second pin, fourth peg on the second pin bar. Okay, so, and then now we got to drop back down here and get that long stretch, and we're just going to bring that. Oh, nope, wrong. We got to go into here and get the long stretch. See, I almost messed up myself. The long stretch goes forward. Okay, here's the short stretch. So we're going to grab it through here, grab that band, and then stretch it all the way up here. Okay, then we're going to drop back down into here. Oops, you know what? No, look at this band. It's just hanging here. It's hanging out here. I don't know what happened there. Let me figure out what happened. Maybe it's just a band that I accidentally dropped there. I don't know. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me put this band back so that I can catch it. Okay. I'm sure you didn't do this with yours. Okay. Let me fix this and then I'll be right back. It out. So I'm going to go in through here and I'm going to grab the long stretch. No, actually, I'm going to do the short stretch first. We're going to go up through this peg here and we're going to grab the short one and we're going to bring it up to this third peg. Okay. And then the long stretch, we're going to bring straight forward. Okay. Short stretch starts here. We're going to go in through this pin bar, grab the short stretch, and we're going to stretch it way over to there. Okay. And then we're going to drop down and bring this one forward. So we'll go into the short stretch, grab it, and bring it a long stretch diagonally, and then we'll go back in. No, oh my gosh, no we won't, no we won't. There's the long stretch. Okay, and we'll bring this one forward. Okay, so then the short stretch is right here. We'll go into here, grab this band, and do the long stretch here, drop back down, grab this one, and do the stretch forward. One more because I messed that up, or I might have confused you. Okay, short stretch starts here, grab it, do the super diagonal there, drop back down to the long stretch, and grab it and bring it forward. I need you to do both sides all the way to the end. Just so you know that your short stretch that you're supposed to bring up to the third peg won't go, obviously it ends right there, so just bring it on over to the border and then bring this one and it just goes up one here. Same with this way. The short stretch just stretches to right here and then this one, which is the long stretch, goes forward. Okay, so the next step we have are the zigzags. And all we're going to do is we're going to go in through this second pin bar and bring each one back to the border. Just like so. And then on this side, you're going to go in always through this fifth pin bar and bring it straight to the border. Okay, so we're going to go in from here and bring this downward, and then bring this upward, and then bring this one down just like so. And we're going to do this little number the entire way up the loom. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way up the loom, and on this side you're going to go in through this peg and just bring it back to itself, go back in, bring it to the upper right, go to the next one, bring it back to itself, go back in here, and back to itself. Go into the next one, bring it back to itself, and then go back in and back to itself. And you're going to do that to the very end. So, you remember this band we laid, and I thought, why did we lay that? We don't need it. So you can just take it off, pulling it up, and then going into this one and pulling it out, or you can just cut it out. It depends on if you want to waste the band or not, which I'm not going to waste the band because I don't have hardly any of those. So then that would be this band as well. You're going to do the same thing. Okay, you're going to take that off just like so, and then take it off from here. Okay, so you're just going to continue on just like that. And I have to go off camera and finish mine going up. I just wanted to show you that band wasn't needed. So now all we're going to do is loom up the pattern, which is pretty darn simple. I'm not sure whether we put, let me just look to make sure if we need to put a cat band. We might need a cat band on this bad boy. Yes, I do believe we're going to put a cat band right here. So I'm going to grab two of my whites and then put those right here. Oops. I want to do a triple. There we go. And then we're just going to go in through the cat band and grab the white and just follow the pattern exactly the way that it is all the way up. Pretty darn simple. Okay. Oops. Grab the wrong one. Okay. And you're going to go to this side, do the same thing, go in through the cat band, and you're just going to follow it the same way. The entire way up the loom. Okay, so then the next step, the very last step that we're going to do, and I'll go ahead, I'll stay on with you and show you two steps in one so that I don't have to keep coming back on and off. So after you do your pattern the entire way up, then you're going to come back and loom out your border. It's just a normal border. You go in through the cat band and you go out straight out, and then you're just going to follow it straight up. Okay. Like so. And you'll do the same thing on this side, bring it out to the right twice, and then you're just going to follow it straight up the entire way up, okay? And then what you're going to do is meet me at the top with the C-clip, and when you get to the two up at the top, these two, but at the very top, then you meet me with the C-clip and we'll take it off the leg. So I'm finished and we brought it both up to here. Now we got to go through this peg, bring this up, grab it, the other half of that band, put it on both on your hook like so, and then, I know I just took a C-clip out. You're going to get a C-clip and you're going to close it off to nicely secure it like so. I'm going to take my hook off since it's secure. And you can look on the side and see if everything's been loomed up. It looks like it has, so I'm hoping and praying. Okay, so now we're just going to loosen the tension on both sides, going up the loom real gently. On both sides. And then I'm probably just going to go up each peg. Okay, so just do that, bring these up, and just follow it to take it off each peg, okay? So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to meet you back here once I get the whole thing off of the loom. I just pulled it off the loom. Look at that. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. It's weird because I wasn't sure that I would like how wrinkled up the center bands are, but they're there for a purpose. It just gives it texture. Look at that. It's just kind of like an extra ruffle, if you will. Okay, so I'm just going to stretch it out. I'm loving these colors too. Stretch it out real good. And it's perfect. I love how it just lays flat. It's not super thick. It's substantial, but not. It fits my wrist absolutely perfectly. And yeah, so I'm going to go fix my bands, make sure each one, I'm actually glad I beaded every other one because I'm going to get the silver to come. Some of them are twisted, but, and I'm going to untwist all my bands, put my beads in the center of each band, snap them out to where it lays nice. And then I'm going to be finished. This is what the back looks like. And, you know, with all the twisted bands, you can't really, I'm going to have a little bit of untwisting to do because I want all the blue to show and I want all the black to show and I want all the silver to show. Okay, this is The Heart of Camelot by LoomyPippy. So if you get a chance, I think you'll really enjoy making this. And I like how, like I said, these black bands, look how wavy they are in the center. I wasn't so sure about that. Kind of gives it that extra oomph. Okay, well, I guess until the next tutorial, take care. Bye.